What's up, motorists? We're back. Now, last year we made a video with the BYD Seal, and it did so well that BYD became the #1 selling car brand in Singapore, which is a very good thing. And that also means that BYD now loves us. And BYD loves Singapore so much that they decided to make a special edition Seal just for Singapore. Welcome everybody to the BYD Seal CAT A COE version. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of all our future uploads. Now at first glance, the CAT A Seal might look exactly the same as the seals we've seen before, and it is. On the exterior, the only difference from this seal to the bigger CAT B seals is the rim size. This one has 18 inches compared to the 19 inches you get on its bigger brothers. But that's not a bad thing because I still think that the Seal is a good looking car. In today's day and age of lifted everything and SUVs galore, I appreciate the mere existence of a sedan. And it's a bonus that this is a good looking one to boot. Now, the Seal is part of BYD's Ocean series of cars. So you get this kind of shark-inspired, pointy front end. And as we come further back down the car, you can see these gill-looking side strakes, and the whole body line is sleek and svelte, and it tapers off towards the back. Now here at the back of the BYD Seal, one of the things I really do enjoy are these lights. Not only do I get the full-width light bar, but these lights also kind of look like they come from the factory pre-smoked, which is, I think, quite a neat design feature. You also get this fancy looking diffuser at the bottom. I doubt it's functional, but it does look pretty cool. And of course you get the electric boot. Now I have gotten older and my body more creaky since I last did this, but this is a full-size sedan, which means I get lots of boot space. And of course that means I can climb right in. And you could close the boot on me if you wanted to. Please don't do that. So here we are in the back seats of the BYD Seal, and for the most part, it's exactly the same as it is in the CAT B Seals. The only difference is that these seats are now vegan leather instead of genuine leather. But honestly, that's not that big of a difference to me. They still feel nice and comfortable. The seats are slightly sculpted, so they seat you nicely, and you've got lots of knee room, lots of headroom, so you can look out of the panoramic sunroof, and the floor is completely flat. There is no central hump at all, so even if you are sitting in the middle seat, there's nothing for you to straddle. Now in front of that, you get your own two little aircon vents, some storage space, and your USB ports. Down here, one Type-C, one Type-A. In terms of other amenities, you get your ISOFIX points on both sides for the child seats, and if nobody's sitting in the middle, of course you have your fold-down armrest and cup holders. So I'm going to start off the front seat section with the stuff you don't get compared to the more expensive Seals. First, the seats are again vegan leather, not real leather, as is the steering wheel, but same thing, I don't think that's a big issue. The electric seats, they're still electric, but they don't have a lumbar control, and they don't have that function where they slide in and out to make it easier to get in and out of, and they don't have memory function. You also don't get heads-up display and auto-tilting door mirrors or mirrors with memory function. But that's it. That means everything else in this CAT A Seal is exactly the same as you get in its bigger brothers, which means you still get lots and lots of features packed in that is slightly more affordable product. You still get heated and ventilated electric seats in the front. You still get your digital gauge cluster, which can adjust everything from aircon fan speed, aircon temperature, and it even has an acceleration timer. And of course, you have your giant rotating display in the center, like so. You still have two wireless charging pads, and you still have this nice crystal look. It's not real crystal, but crystal look gear lever switch. And you have a nice mix of physical buttons on the steering wheel and on the center console, thank God. And most importantly, you still get the option to buy this with your car. It's a little box that says BYD on it, but you open it up and there's a microphone in it, which you can use with your in-car karaoke system. All you have to do is connect the little USB dongle it comes with into your car, which I have done, turn on the mic, and suddenly you have a karaoke machine in your car ready to sing along to whenever you drive. Now, speaking of drive, all that's left to do is to see how this CAT A COE seal is like on the road. So, this being the Category A COE BYD seal means that the biggest difference, of course, is the powertrain. Now, this has a slightly smaller battery, 61 kilowatt hours down from 82 kilowatt hours in the CAT B seals. Now, of course, to fit with the Category A COE regulations, this has been detuned a bit. The motor has been detuned to produce now just 100 kilowatts of power, about 130 horsepower, but it still produces about 310 Newton meters of torque through the single motor on the rear axle. So this BYD seal is rear wheel drive only. Having just 100 kilowatts does affect the straight line performance a bit. Now, you remember the headline figures of the old BYD seal, 3.8 seconds 0 to 100. Yeah, this does it in 10. It feels a little bit faster than 10, but it's definitely nowhere near the 3.8 seconds of its biggest brother. But see, the thing with driving a car in Singapore is you don't need 500 over horsepower, 600 over Newton meters of torque. This is plenty. This is sufficient. This is adequate. This is enough, and I think that is the kind of brilliant niche that the BYD seal in Category A form fills. And of course, it is more affordable than its bigger brothers. This is about 30 grand less than the entry-level BYD seal in Cat B, and about 50 grand less than the 3.8 seconds 0 to 100 BYD seal. I still get to enjoy lots of space, premium features. I've got the ventilated seats cooling my back down on this sweltering day. I got space in the back for child seats, children, dogs. I've got a big boot for groceries. I even have a frunk. Now, it's not a big frunk, it's more of a compartment, but at least it's there. Now, the engine might be a bit smaller in this car, but the tires are also a bit skinnier, so I still get about 460 kilometers of range. And when it does eventually run out, I have 110 kilowatts of DC fast charging capability. So I'm not going to be sitting around for too long. And like I mentioned when I was doing the interior, just because this is the entry-level model now, as the CAT A COE is the most affordable BYD seal you can get, doesn't mean BYD has skimmed out on what they give you. No, I still have my full suite of driver assistance features. I still have my adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist. So effectively, the car can drive for me, which is especially useful in Singapore traffic. I still have my voice assistant, which I can use to raise or lower the temperature and stuff like that. I still have my 360-degree camera, which is super useful in tight car parks and when I'm just parking normally or trying to get out of a tight space. And because this is a sedan and it is electric, the center of gravity is much, much lower than if it was an SUV. So even when you're taking corners a little faster, the car doesn't lumber about. You're not getting jostled from side to side. It's not leaning over right onto the side wall of the tires. It's fairly confidence-inspiring and it's just easy drive. Now, buying a car in Singapore is never easy. It's expensive, and that's why bang for your buck and value is one of the most important factors when it comes to making your purchase decision. And I think this is the best value proposition you can get in BYD seal range. This is 30 grand or so cheaper than the entry-level Cat B COE seal. And you know what? I don't think this is 30 grand less car. It's got all of the premium features I would want, and I don't miss any of the features it doesn't have. Add on the fact that I think it still looks pretty good and it drives well. It's got all the power that any regular Singaporean would need, and I don't think you'll be missing or wanting for anything else. That's why I think it's fairly easy to see why the seal has helped BYD become one of the best-selling brands in Singapore today. As always, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.
Motorist